Hey guys, ILene Vick here for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. It is Monday, July 1st at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I am live. It is week 27 of 2024, and in my neck of the woods, it is currently 76 degrees with a high of 81 and a low of 61. Wonderful sleeping weather. Welcome to my broadcast. I'm here for the next 3 hours for coloring, companionship, chat, friendship, giggles and laughs, pretty pictures, and of course, the what, the how, and the why of adult coloring. Welcome to my YouTube peeps who watch my broadcast live. That's always fun. Welcome to my YouTube peeps who watch this broadcast after the fact. And welcome to my Facebook peeps who will watch this broadcast when I download it to my group, Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. Remember guys, this broadcast is your emotional refuge where we are united through coloring. All right. Let me take a second to set up my second monitor here so I can say hello. Hello, Mamie. Hi, Jolly. Hello, Carmen. Hello, Miss Emily. All right. So, we've been coloring this Hobo Kids. This is the buddy color. I always give away an image out of one of my books so that we can color it together, which I think is the best way to have you guys learn adult coloring, because while I'm coloring it, you're coloring it, and you're seeing the technique that I'm using. And then we've got this piece that I'm doing. This is from the Vintage Classic Coloring Pages 4 by Tatiana Stilova. Last night I was showing you how to extend an image beyond its border if your stuff is cut off. And then what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going through my new book, celebrating the 4th of July Jubilee. It's hot off the press. It just came in. So I'm going to do a very quick walkthrough of it, flip through, whatever you want to call it. This is book number 111 of my Coloring Book Jubilee series. Here we go. Hi, Dorothy. Hello, Linda. And the Three Amigos. Yeah, that cover is really cute. So I've got different images on here, obviously. The variety is really good. Now, even though that there is some dark grayscale in here, you guys know that you're perfectly capable of coloring that. And if you're new, watch my previous videos. And watch my current broadcast. Yeah, the hamster is very cute. I really like the vintage pieces. Hold on, let me adjust my camera just a little bit. There we go. Little cute little teddy bears. So guys, what do you think so far? Hold on, let me get that sharpened. There we go. Yeah, but Carmen, you will be happy. Oh my. After I do the flip through, I'm going to put in the affiliate link if you guys decide that you want to pick it up. A little bit of steampunk here. There's the cover. Isn't that adorable? I love this one with all the balloons. Dorothy, you got yours today? You love it? Jolly, you got yours in your hands? Super. Yeah, the innocence is what, yeah. Yeah, you're right, Carmen. That's what makes the pictures. Look at that. I even have a Volkswagen in it. Now, I thought this one would be really cool. Don't blow off this picture. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time, right? I love this picture. We need to get Julie to do that one on Procreate. And this one will be phenomenal too. Oh, Jolly, you loved it all. But the kids' pictures are over the top, yeah. And you love the hamster. Hi, Jay. Guys, you could have a field day with this book. Hold on, gotta get it sharpened up. Oh yeah, that eagle, let me go back. That eagle is phenomenal. Oh, an elephant before the hot dog and the hamburger. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Hello, Jay. Look at this one. So guys, are you imagining what you can do with these pictures? Like I said, I'll put the link up for you to this book after I'm done going through this. Hello, Carrie. Now, this one here. Look how you could do the wings in red, white, and blue. This would be drop dead gorgeous to do. And I think this picture is phenomenal as well. Carmen, all you'd have to do on the fireworks is add the various colors to it, and then, of course, glitter. Let's look at Jolly. Hold on, let me get that focused. Hey, Darla. So I think it's a pretty good book. I think it turned out well. You know, we had to have kittens in there, right? I love this octopus. Octopi. Got another Volkswagen in there. Oh, Carmen, thank you so much. Carmen, I really go out of my way to make sure that there's not just repetitive. Thank you for noticing. Now, I even put a vanity plate on there. What do you think? Jolly, did you notice that when you got your book? Oh, wait. Yeah. Dorothy, that's what I meant to ask. And Jolly, oh, you missed it, Jolly? Yep. It's in there. And I got my polka dots in. You guys know I love polka dots. So Dorothy and Jolly missed my name on the plate. I love these vintage dresses. Look at that. You've got three women here, and you've got another lady over here. Yeah, this one here is very elegant. Hold on, let me break the binding on this and get right over to the edge. Isn't that gorgeous? Now, guys, look at this. Wouldn't that be beautiful to do? Hi, Thomas. Cute little eagle here. Now, this one, this would be drop dead gorgeous to do. So you would have your different shades of blue in here, subtle different shades. And then your red and your white. Isn't that beautiful with all the crinkles in the flag? And look at this image here. I love that wondrous look in that. All right, now, this one here, another great dramatic image. Oh, Carmen, so many are screaming to color. Yeah. Color me, color me. Thomas, no, I can't redo the flip through, but what you can do is when this goes to video, you can watch it. All you have to do is go into YouTube and watch this broadcast when it goes to video. Isn't this adorable? But Thomas, thank you for asking. And then here is your bonus picture. Now, you guys know that I say 50 images in the book, but I always give you 51. I think that as far as images go, very few authors give you 50 images. It's usually around 45, which is fine. That's great. Okay. So let me zoom in on the back so that you can see what these images look like. Oh, Jolly, you know I love my peeps. Now, this one image with the eagle and the fireworks, very simple to do. We've got our lighter colors in the center. Let me get something to point with. We got our lighter colors in the center, white, pink, and yellow, and then our darker colors around the outside. So this is not hard. And I would add glitter to this. That one screams, add glitter, add glitter. Guys, not hard. Here's our military picture. Oh, Jay, your vote, the bald eagle with the fireworks. Check out the balloons. Got my little Volkswagen there. And here's the one with the American flag. Isn't that cute? Now remember guys, these images are up in the coloring guide on Facebook. Oh yeah, Annie, that beetle is great. Hi, Annie. Okay. Mamie, please go ahead and put the link for this book into the group, if you would be so kind. Annie Banani, hi. Oh, Thomas, you like the old-fashioned punch bug? Oh yeah, punch bug, that was the game. With the American flag in the general store. Mamie, did you hear me? Let me tell you a little story about this picture. Carmen, no, I'm going to keep the coloring guide on Facebook. But thank you for asking. So let me tell you this little story. This image here reminded me of when 9/11 happened, and a lot of people, including me, ran out to stores to get American flags. Yeah, I appreciate you asking, Carmen. That always gives me something to consider. So, a lot of people, I don't know if any of you did this as well, ran out and purchased American flags, and as we were driving along, we were holding them outside, our window in the car, and you could see a lot of cars with flags driving around. So that's what this one reminded me of. All right, so that's my little story. There's the book. Mamie's going to get the link for you. And you guys can pick it up. Okay. And thank you for your kind comments about the book. I think it's a keeper. And for those of you that bought it, of course, thank you so much. All righty. Grab your hobo page. My compliments to you guys who are coloring this with me. You're doing a great job. Okay, that's not pulling it up. Mamie, let me grab it. Hold on, guys. Hallelujah. Okay, there's the link. Try both of these, guys. Here, let me try this. Okay, that should do it. Okay, who's going to color this with me? Oh, Mamie, no problem, really. We're good. All right, let me get my paper towel out, my little scratch sheet. Now, what I'm going to do, for giggles and laughs, is I'm going to work on the truck. Oh, okay, Aunt Mamie, good. Thank you, Mamie, so much for having my back. All right. So we want to work on the truck, and we're going to be working in grays, browns, and tan color. And of course, I will swatch that for you. second. Let me get my browns. So guys, how are you doing today? Win, lose, or draw? Okay, let me show you what I'm using. I haven't seen Linda in here. Did I miss Linda? Okay. Annie, draw. Good. Mamie, draw. Now, here's my gray. Medium gray. Dorothy says win. I got your book. Here's the brown. Oh, Annie, because I ask people. Oh, Linda, you are here. I'm sorry. Linda and the three amigos. Uno, dos, tres. Linda, Michelle, and Wally. Okay, so Annie. When I ask win, lose, or draw, is your day a win? Is your day a lose? Or is your day a draw? So most common answer is draw. Nice calm day. Okay, here's my third color. As soon as we get that focused. It's a very light brown, and if you have color, it's a warm gray 162. Now, I'm also going to pull out a Faber-Castell 103, which is an ivory. Do you guys know that I use that quite a bit? So please pull that out as well. Set that off to the side. And I'm also going to be using a Payne's Gray. Oh, Thomas, that'd be great. You're going to order Day in the Life of a Gnome Jubilee. Cool. Oh, Annie, You said, well, I'm pretty sure it is over with my girlfriend. Her decision as of yesterday. Oh, Annie, I'm so sorry. Well, come in here and sit back and relax and look at some pretty pictures and good chat. You'll have time to get your mind off of things for a while. Okay. So I'm going to start at the very top. And I'm going to take my Faber-Castell and I'm going to put it on the very top here of our truck. And then I'm going to come over to the other side. And in our light areas, we're going to put this. Okay. And then along the top, I've got a little splotch on my paper. I don't know how I got that, but I'll be coloring over it. We're going to use this ivory at the very top. Now, for the moment, that's going to be the only places where I use my ivory. So I'm going to start on the left-hand side now, and I'm going to come in with my gray, not my Payne's gray, not my darkest gray. And we'll work these darker areas. And then I'm going to come in with my brown after I adjust my camera a little bit. And work this brown in our dark areas as well. So we're mixing our brown and our gray. And then I'm going to come in with my lightest color. And I'm going to blend over this brown. Now, the result is a beat up truck. And that's exactly what I want. It's rusty and it's beat up. All right. Medium color. At the top. And then my dark gray. And we'll blend in that brownish rust color. All right. Back with my light right here. And check out the effect that we're getting. Now, we need to extend. Oh, Thomas, like number 11. Okay, thank you. We want our brown right next to our lights here. But don't wipe out your red. If you do, that's easily recoverable. Linda's number 12. All right. Maybe that's what you guys should do is when you come in, tell me what number like you are. Okay. Now, let's come up to the top here. I'm going to work my dark gray first on that edge. And notice how that gray comes down a little bit. So it's also along the bottom. And then our center section will be our light color. Finger blend. And then up here on this edge, my light color. And then a little bit of my brown. Finger blend. And then on the top where I put my ivory, I'm going to come in with my gray because we have some dark areas here. And finger blend on that as well. So in other words, we've got a very beat up looking truck. And I'm also going to come in with a Payne's gray. Now I'm going to come in a little darker. I'm going to come in with black underneath this rim. Now you know not to streak that in. We add the black and then we blend it down. All right, let me pull out so you can see the full effect. So we've got a rusty-ish truck. And of course, make sure that your fingers are clean. Annie, you shouldn't be. We'll get you over that nervousness. Okay, let me slide over here. We've got our vertical wood slats here. Now, I missed this area of the coat. We can do one of two things with it. We can either color it as part of her coat, or we can go ahead and color over it as slats. So I'm going to go ahead and color it as part of her coat. Jolly says coat. So we'll go ahead and put that edging on it, that gold. And then I'm going to use a darker blue, oh, Annie coat, all right. Actually, I'm going to use a turquoise. It's a teal color. Let me swatch that for you. So we have a very light application, and then using the same pencil, I'm going to go darker with it. Check it out. Now, don't forget to add your little dark spots on your gold. There you go. You just need a couple. Okay, now let's get these wood slats here. I'm going to start out with my dark, which is my gray. And remember, we're after a Actually, forgive me. I'm going to hold off on that a minute. Excuse me. You're good with your gray in the center, on the sides here. Okay. Let's go back up to the cab area that we want to look rusty. But as I think about it, rather than make it look rusty, I think I want it to go a little smoother. So I'm going to use my lightest color. And I'm making an artistic decision while I'm doing this. I don't want that upper cab area to look as beat up as our back of the truck with the gray. So I want you to take your lightest color and work that to be a little smoother. Well, my Linda. Number 14, thumb number 14. All right. Now I'll come back and I'll detail this, but right now I want to get my base color in. Okay, cab on the side of the head of the hat of the little boy. Notice how I'm leaving that slight rim on the outside. And then that color, same color down below his hat. And his jacket. And then I'm going to come in with my ivory. And we'll lighten up that outside. Hallelujah. Amen. Amen. And then I'm going to use a little bit of a gray. And add a little bit of that to this side, and then finger blend. Isn't that cool looking? We're just tinting that area a little bit. And again, this is why I keep telling you, you should always come in lightly with your initial sweeps of your pencil. And notice my gray on the bottom here by his hood. Don't get streaky with it. Okay. Back to my horizontal area between the kids. Same type of thing with my gray. Because see, what this gray is doing, guys, is it's adding dinginess to this piece. And that's what we want. Remember, guys, anytime you're coloring, you are setting a mood, right? Okay. Payne's Gray, I'm going to add a little bit of shading underneath our little rivets here. That's right, Thomas, you want your pencil to do the work. Here's how we're looking so far. All right. Let's do the cab at the top. My base color, which is my lightest color pencil that I had you choose. Let me sharpen. Now, I've got this little bit of blemish on the paper, which I got. I don't know if I accidentally dripped a little water to it. But that just adds a little character to the truck. Finger blend. And then I'm going to come in with my gray. Now, in my case, I'm going to go ahead and highlight that little flaw. You may want to add it yourself as well. And that'll give you a little character. If you don't want to add that, don't. And this brings up the comment that if you have something like that happen to a piece that you're coloring, embrace it. So many people will have something like this happen and say, oh, it's ruined. No, incorporate it into your image. And then I'm going to come in with my lightest color here. Which is that Color 162. And we'll blend that out. I'm going to come back with my ivory a little bit, and I'm going to blend that seam between the two colors. And then I'm going to pop over to the right of the hat and add that ivory to that curve. And then I'm going to go down in between where my little rivets are, in between the two faces, and add that ivory there. Now, to those of you that came in new, I did a walkthrough earlier in the broadcast here. Let me pull out so you can see the effect. This is my newest release, celebrating the 4th of July Jubilee. So you can go back to the replay on this broadcast and see the flip through. All right. How are you guys doing with this cab and the truck? All right, let's get this left-hand side done, right by her cap. I'm going to come in with my light color. Now I'm going to put a little touch of gray on the spot right here in the middle, because that's the cap. I missed it when I was coloring earlier. And then we'll smudge that. Okay, then on this vertical panel part, we'll come in with that gray. Don't completely obliterate your color. Oh, okay, Carmen. Just go ahead and move forward with me while we're doing this. Don't stop coloring. Mamie just posted the link to the book. Yeah, not this book, but my new 4th of July book. Okay. Now I'm going to slide to the right of the little boy. And I'm working on that right panel and the area around the tail light. Yeah, Mamie, when you copy the link, for some reason it's also bringing up the word simple note. So I'm going to come in with my lightest color here. And then we'll come in with our gray. And I'm going to put a little bit of my dark gray down by the bottom here, just above the wood. Okay. Then using my brown, we'll go ahead and start on the rest of this truck because we want it again to look like it's rusty. Then I'm going to mix in my gray. And notice how that gray on top of that brownish color gives us a really good rust color. Now, I'm going to bring my brown straight down here. So we're doing a little bit of correcting on the image. And then we'll come in with that gray. I'm going to clean up my edge just a little bit here. And again, notice how that gray gives us a really nice rust look. Let me pull out so you can see the effect. Hold on, guys. One second. Okay. Now look how cool this whole piece is. Now let me continue with the gray. You guys are so quiet. Are you having any problems? I'll assume that you're coloring, of course. All right, now I'm going to come in with my lightest color and I'm going to blend that brown and that gray. It's all about the blending, guys. I love those tail lights. Now, if anybody is new to this broadcast tonight, we can get you this image. All right. There's how we're looking for at the moment. Now, I'm going to go back to the center section here. And you know how a truck will have hills and valleys molded into it for streaming water? So I'm going to go back and color this as part of the truck. So here's my lightest pencil. Here's a little bit of brown, not much. I'm barely touching the paper And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add gray to that. And that way we'll have our rust look again. And then very lightly with my gray, now I want you to notice that I'm not putting the thrust in any particular pattern. It runs across. I've got it coming down all the way here. And then I'm going to come back with my brown. Very lightly. Now, this is where you'll alternate between your pencils as you see fit to get that rust color the way that you want it. Notice that I'm running the brown down a little bit, a couple of these slats. Don't run your brown down through every single slat. And then I'm going to very lightly, couple of pushes, finger blend. Notice that I'm not going back and forth. I'm pulling the color down actually. You can go back and forth, but go back and forth vertically. All right, let's pull out again. So what do you think? Anybody having any problems? Okay. Now, our lightest color, which is our truck color, I want to go ahead and finish this tailgate, and then we need to move on. So I'm putting in my base color for the truck. And notice that I'm working around that wood platform there that the kids are sitting on. Okay, let's skirt along the bottom here. I'm going to turn this sideways, it's easier for me. Again, this is our truck color. It's a faded color for this truck. Don't forget to turn your pencil. Okay, now I've got to guide you on something here. This is a fishing pole that's hanging over the edge. So I'm going to use a very dark green and then a black. Okay, hold on. Okay. And we've got a little box here. To go with the pole. And then I'm going to use a lighter green. Which went a little too far here. Let me erase that. then I'm going to use my black. Now, when I put my black on here, I'm not deliberately coloring the whole thing. I'm adding the black on top of the green. So I'm going to add that black. I'm going to spot color it onto that dark green. And then I'm going to add a little bit of silver to that little dangle. Mamie, were you able to fix the book posting? So there's my gray, and then I'm going to use my Payne's gray just to add a little bit of contrast. To that little dangle. Okay. So I'm going to use my gray here and my brown to bring down that little bit of truck around the pole. All right. Couple more minutes on this and then we'll change projects. So now we've got the tailgate, and I'm going to be working my brown. Actually, I'm going to start with my gray. Excuse me. And then I'm going to come in with the brown. And back with the gray again. Okay, let me slide this over. Gray first, and then our brown. Back to the left. Gray first. Especially on these edges. And then our brown on top of that gray. Look how beautifully that makes it look rusty. Finger blend. All right, let me pull out. Looking pretty good. I'm going to dull down the green on my fishing rod right here. That's a little bright. Happy Monday, happy Monday, happy Monday. Happy Monday to one and all. Hi, Allie. Okay, this is about where you should be with your picture. Any questions? Allie, please go to sleep. Would you do that for me, Allie? Grandma would like a little time to color. So she needs you to go to sleep so she can do that. Will you do that for me? Okay. Oh, you have your headset on, so she can't hear you. Oh, that's funny. Okay, next project. Maggie, I did a flip through of the newest book. I think it's going to be a hit. Everybody likes the pictures. I think it turned out pretty well. Okay. Next image. So I'm going to do a little bit more of adding to this image. Oh, Maggie, yeah, I know, Maggie, that you bought the book from me and you've got several printed ready to color. So everybody was asking me to do the image with the fireworks. And the American Eagle. I may do that as my next image. Okie dokie. Miss Darla, good night. You won't be here tomorrow night, but you'll see us Wednesday. Cool. Thank you for letting me know. All right, let's do a little bit of adding onto this image. I won't do much. We'll get to coloring here. So I'm going to use my pencil. And I'll go ahead and extend that jacket, which you just didn't see me do because I was off camera. Yay. Now, guys, these extensions are really easy. I don't want you to shy away from marking in your book. All right. It is so easy. Listen, when the author especially Tatiana Stilova, you got to remember, she's doing this stuff by hand as well. So she sits there and she adds these little details. See how easy that is? And the only reason that I'm doing this is because I don't have my border. And I think that Tatiana, if I remember correctly, she already had a border in her images. Yeah, her images don't go all the way to the side of the page. Guys, everybody see how easy this is? And then I'm just going to add these little extra dots. Who's doing this with me? I'm just using a simple mechanical pencil. And I don't want anybody to say, I can't draw. Guys, you're just drawing simple lines. Not hard. Okay. Now I'm going to come back over to the bottom of her dress. I extended that as well. I showed you how to do the little ruffle. We extended the vines and then we added some leaves. let me get some leaves added on this side, and then we'll get the rest of this colored in. Carmen, you're doing it. You're drawing. Jolly, you're coloring. Good night, Annie. Annie, I'm glad you stopped in. I hope that this relaxed you. That's super. That's the whole point. Bye. Okay, let's add some more of these leaves. Guys, not hard. Think of it as making little flying saucers. And I want to remind you that Tatiana Stilova did the same thing. Okay, thank you for the reminder. Actually, I do need to take a sip. Okay, so I'm going to extend that vine right there. And I'm going to have to erase that leaf inside. All right, let me pull out. I've got a partial leaf right here I need to add. Okay, now I'm going to go over here. We have part of a flower. So I'm going to continue that flower. And I'm going to add a little half circle at the bottom. And a couple of little lines here. Not hard. I think I accidentally do that one off camera as well. Let's try again. I'm on the right hand side here of the bows. Now watch how I do this. See? And I'm going to add a little stem. I'm going to add a little leaf. And then I'm going to add a center to that flower. Did everybody see how I did that? Okay. I'm going to slide back to the left. I've got a partial leaf right here. And I'm going to add a stem to it. And then add another little leaf. Carmen, Jolly, are you having any problems? Now, while I'm here and showing you things, I'm going to show you how to draw this little rose here. All right, So I've got a piece of paper that's right next to this rose. This rose is ridiculously simple. All you have to do is draw a little circle like this. And then you want to come off of that circle and you want to wiggle that line a little bit. And then you come back over to the original line that you put here. And then we'll put a few of our dashed lines in. Boom, you've got a rose. All right, let's draw another one. Draw your circle. We'll draw a very small one here, a small rose. Come out from it, squiggle your line just a little bit. Go around. And come back in. And then add your little dash lines. Jolly, Cameron, who else is doing this with me? It is ridiculously simple. All you're doing is you're drawing a spiral, really. All right, one more. Little turner, teeny tiny circle. Come out from it. Wiggle your line a little bit. Go around again. And then close it off. Isn't that cool? Now, the neat thing is, once you do this, you can add little roses on other images that you're coloring. Any questions? Easy peasy, guys. Okay. Jolly, Carmen, how did your roses come out? And anybody else that drew them. Of course it's not going to come out as good as mine. You got to practice. All right, let's go ahead and continue with our blue. I just noticed a partial leaf here. Well, guys, that's why you can go back to the replay and practice this. And if you guys give up on trying that, I'm going to reach through this monitor and I'm going to strangle you. The biggest thing that frustrates me about teaching stuff like that is I'll show you how to do something. The person will try it, most likely for the first time, and then they'll say, I can't do this. Do you honestly think that the roses that I've done were good? All right. You're welcome, Jolly. All right, while I'm here, I'm going to take my water-based marker and I'm going to go ahead and color in the leaves that we just drew in. Hold on, let me find out where I am with the camera. There we go. Guys, if I'm going to take the time to teach you, I expect you to take the time to learn. All right. Okay, now, here's a little trick. The green marker that I use to do the rest of my leaves is a little bit darker than my original green. So I'm going to go through and I'm just going to touch in a little bit of that darker green. Now, if you have your original green, cool. But I do this to myself every once in a while because when I go through a major cleanup, I accidentally put away what I'm using. Okay, let's go back to the blue. Oh, Carmen, good news. Okay. You will love your ohuhus, your water base. Now, I want you to notice that the pencil lines that I put on the paper to do this, they aren't smearing when I color over them. Of course not, Thomas. It's a figure of speech. How about I say this? I'll slap you with a wet noodle. Oh, is this beautiful? Check it out. Now, the reason that I like this project so much is it's a combination of coloring and drawing in very simple objects. All right, let me get this colored. Oh, haven't heard the comment about slapping you with a wet noodle? How about dollars to donuts? Anyways, I started to say, and I'm not sure I finished the thought. Notice how the pencil that I drew with is not smearing, and that's why when you draw in ghost lines to eventually ink over, you've got to be really careful with your pencil because that pencil does not go away. You would think that it would, but it doesn't. Thomas, I answered you directly. Please don't ask Mimi. You can ask me. As I told you, it's just a figure of speech. Of course I wouldn't strangle anybody. Who would be left to watch my broadcast? Okay. Now, one thing I noticed on my bows was that the bows on the dress are not the same as the bow that I did up by the chest area. In other words, notice that the ties here are done in pink. Save the students, that's right. So, for some reason, which I do not know why I did this, but I did, I need to make the tails of the bows pink. So I'm going to fix that. And make the part that hangs down pink. And that way it matches my bows on top. What a concept. Oh, the drink about came through your nose, Carmen? All right, now I'm happy. Guys, I want to go back and show you something about this rose. Whenever I go to draw something, I visually break it down into parts. And if you look at this rose, let me see how close I can get with it. If you look at this rose, let me get the camera to stop wiggling. If you look at this rose, it's got our circle, right? And then follow the line around the outside, right? Just think of Dorothy in the yellow brick road and see that comes around and goes around further and then ends up at the top here. That's why this is not hard to draw. You draw your circle, you come out with your wiggly line, wiggle, 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 come out, around, 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 and then end it at the top. You better watch out, I'm going to sing the Yellow Brick Road song. All right. So let me put a piece of paper next to this. We draw our what? Our center circle. Draw this with me right now. And then I'm going to come out with my wiggly line. And we go around. And we go around once more. And we come back in. Now, if you want to make a simpler rose, draw your little circle. Wiggly line, go around. Come out to the outside. And go back in. And then you can add a leaf or two. See, we're making little saucers. Guys, not hard. And then don't forget to add your little lines here. All right, one more. Center circle. Come out. Go around. Come back down. Close off at the top. Now, the neat thing about this is if you take the time to learn how to do this, you'll have a way to add simple roses to other coloring projects that you're doing. I got a little carried away with my lines. Now I should be hiding these leaves a little more, so really you shouldn't be putting a point here of your leaf by the rose. That looks funny. Don't do that. There we go. Good night, Thomas. All right. Good night, Thomas. Good night, Thomas. Good night, Thomas. So glad you were with us tonight. Okay. Now, you guys know that I'm not going to leave just this one color on the dress on the bottom, right? So now we need to come in with a medium blue. And I'm going to start shading and shadowing around the design. And you want to do this very lightly until you figure out what looks good. Now, this is one of those things that starts to look a little wonky when you start it. That's why colorings go through their ugly phases, right? Because they're not done. Butterfly kiss on this blue that I'm adding. And what that means is you're coloring as though your pencil were a butterfly landing on the page. And you'll see how pretty this lighter blue looks now. Darker blue looks on the lighter blue. And I also want you to see, I'm going to finger blend that a little bit. I also want you to see and realize that it takes very little pressure to transfer pencil color to the paper. Now, guys, if you're not coloring this, what are you coloring? All right. Look how pretty this dress is looking. Now, you know how normally I tell you when you lift your pencil to turn it? In this case, I'm not turning my pencil because I want that side of the pencil to flatten out a little bit. Because I want that soft blue. Now, check out my little pockets of that lighter blue in between, even though my pieces are close. Now, if you lose that pocket of color, take your white, yeah, Carmen, it is. That one flower is midair. Yeah. Let me go ahead and add the bottom of it. Oh, by the way, Carmen, when you type my name, if you use a capital L, so in other words, a capital I, a capital L, I'll see my name quicker. Okay, let's fix that. We just put that line down and now we've got it attached. Oh, I'm glad you told me. Thank you, thank you. Remember, guys, it doesn't take much to transfer that pencil color onto your paper. I'm not kidding, I'm barely touching the paper. Oh man, look how pretty this is. Okay, now I may be okay with time. So notice how I'm following the stem. Now I want to add a little white in between here because I want that separation. That's where your white pencil comes in. Take your time. Almost done. Now this is my flower that I drew in and I just wiped out that center little loop. So we'll just go back because I got blue on it. We'll just go back and put that back in. And notice how I'm following the vines. And I've got that little bit of lightness in between. Okay, let me pull out so you can see the effect. What do you think? Isn't that beautiful? Okay guys, time for me to wrap up. Questions? Check it out. We are getting some great dimension on this dress. All right, let me pull out. So this is our Tatiana piece. Vintage Classic Coloring Pages 4 by Tatiana Stilova. And then we have our little hobo, boy and girl. We're starting to work up the truck. I just decided that I wanted to move that. I'll probably finish the patches on her coat tomorrow. Okay guys, this is ILene Vick for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. Guys, joyous, joyous coloring. love on each other. That's what this group is known for. I have 3 favors to ask you before you take off. Please be sure to like the broadcast. Hit that up arrow. Secondly, please share this video to your timeline. And third, when you color a WIP on the images that we're doing it, please share it to other groups that you belong to. That's how we let people know that these freebies are available and they can come in and learn. Okay, so I'm still going to concentrate on the flag here because it's 4th of July. Love you guys. I hope you learned something. I'll see you tomorrow night, same time, same place. And we will continue. All right, guys. Till tomorrow then. Bye.